Is Osama bin Laden in hell?
I've not been there recently. I don't know. I won't say conclusively one way or the other. I understand why people would think that he would be.
You wrote in your op-ed piece that you've been praying for Osama bin Laden for the past 10 years. Some people might say, how could you pray for such an evil man?
Had it been my choice alone, maybe that's not something that I would think about doing. That is a response to what Jesus invites all those who would follow him to do. There's a piece in Matthew's gospel where Jesus says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. So as part of my spiritual practice, every time I pray, I think about those people who I consider to be enemies, and I lift them up in prayer. And so during these last 10 years, he's been one of the people that I have regularly prayed for.
So when you saw pictures of Americans celebrating his death in the streets of Washington and in Pennsylvania and in New York, what went through your mind?
I get it. I was living in New York on September 11th, 2001, and I experienced at least a portion of that range of emotions.
Is it appropriate, though, to celebrate?
I think it's natural. I mean, I think for many people, it felt cathartic. It felt like the end of a period of great pain and fear and sadness. And so I think it's very natural to need to let those emotions go and to let them out somehow. So I think I get it, yeah.
Yeah, President Obama decided not to release the photos of bin Laden's corpse. He says that's not who we are. But if you take a look through history, there certainly have been many pictures, grisly pictures of dead bodies released for the public to see. And I could name him Abu Musa Barzalkawi. We released his picture. Long ago, during the 30s, we released pictures of John Dillinger, his dead body. We saw Bonnie and Clyde dead in the car. That is who we are, isn't it?
I think we all respond to death differently. As I was thinking about this, I mean, I went to I remember my own grandmother's funeral, and some people needed to go to the casket and see the body, and that brings a kind of closure. And then for others, that's not what they need. And I appreciate President Obama's decision. I think some people do need to see the pictures, and I think for some people that will finally bring it home that he's not going to cause any more harm anymore. Others can get to that conclusion and get to that place without seeing those photos. So I think it depends on who you are and what you need to get to that place.